We said on Thursday, we said today you're going to have to battle and fight to win it, and it was everything we thought.
Yeah, we knew coming to this place it's going to be really tough. We knew it was going to be an attritional game of football and not much, if you like, pretty football, but we knew what it was going to be and we had to stand up to it. And I thought the first half with wind against us as well made it a little bit harder. But yeah, I thought for 90 minutes it wasn't a great game of football, but you have to win those. And I'm really proud of the group that, you know, we come away on the road and get 3 points, and they'll take points off teams here. You know, they're strong here, they have their identity, they have their way of playing. It's really hard to play against, and they do things well in flipping the game. But I'm just really proud of the group. Like, they dug in. We had a couple of moments, you know, maybe a little bit more quality when it did settle we needed today, but again, it's just because you spend so much time with the ball in the air going over you. But yeah, proud of the performance. 3 points.
Is that a sign of where your team have come since you come to the club? Because it was your first game here, and you probably got duffed up, your team did, when you on that first game, but today very different.
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, we're a young group, but we're not going to be bullied. And I said to them, like, you know, we respect everyone, but we won't fear anyone. If people want to bully us, we'll fight back. And, you know, I'm just really proud of the group, because also the depth of the group and the benches coming on to keep the level, keep the intensity, allows us to go and win the game. And JJ then getting in the box and getting a penalty, and Jack Moylan, who's been pushing for a start, then puts it away. So it's, you know, it's a squad game, as we say now. But more than anything, you have to fight at this place, and you have to fight for 3 points. And you're right, when we came here last year, we got beat up a little bit. I didn't feel that today. I just thought the game was poor for a football sense, but I didn't feel like we got beat up today. I felt like last year we probably did. So yeah, we matched that.
And just finally on that defence, we'll come to the Red in a bit, but just in general, you know, Pordy and Jacko and Sean, you know, strong from them today.
I thought Pordy was magnificent. Like, everything that flipped in there, I thought he was magnificent with the first contacts. You know, he's got to win a lot of contacts. I thought he was a true captain today and just headed everything. First contact, everything. Jacko seconds when it's coming in for the diag. So, but we knew the back line's going to have to stand up to it. We knew the back line is going to have to win headers. We tried to get more pressure on the ball to stop it coming in, and at times we did that well. But you've still got to win those first contacts, and I think it's just a shame there at the end. I don't know what's gone on with the second yellow, but he was great today, Pordy.
Yeah, and he was, and maybe it's, I know that obviously McKinnon needed treatment, but he was reading the game, aware that you didn't want to be, I know you had a mad advantage at that stage with their player going off injured. He wanted JJ to be able to stay on, and he was aware of that, not just embroiled in the fight.
Yeah, he's aware of everything. He's such a good leader. He knows that, you know, it's hard because when they get hit in the face, you've got to do the concussion test. Obviously to protect players, but I think at that point they didn't want him to come off because then it's an extra minute and all stuff, so we just wanted to see it out. But yeah, we've done it, we've got the 3 points, and we go again.
We've talked a lot through the summer about you having a bench that could impact, and that's what you had. You know, JJ came on and just made the difference.
Yeah, I think so. In over 46 games or 55 games or whatever games we play in the cup, we're going to need the bench. And today, when you look at the bench, you can bring everybody on and you can go, right, this is going to affect the game. Freddie comes on, affects the game. JJ comes on, affects the game. Bailey, you see how lively he's going to be, but in the end we had to put him to go to a 5-4-1 because they were just airily, you know, kicking things on us. And then Tom Hamer can come in and be an extra, and we know he's dominant in the air, so he can settle things. So yeah, it's really pleasing that it's a squad win today, isn't it? It's a group win, and actually when you come to places like this, that's what it's got to be.
And a clean sheet, first one of the season.
Yeah, that's probably more pleasing, isn't it? Because I know we can score goals and I know we can get wins, but yeah, to get our first clean sheet away at a tough place is fantastic.
A great moment for the fans as well at the end. They were certainly buoyed by it. You know, let's be honest, I thought you were unlucky against Barnsley not to get something out of that game, and otherwise you won all your matches. Yeah,
football's crazy, isn't it? You know, I thought we were second half against Barnsley and we were dominant. We had loads of box entries, we had loads of possession, we had lots of stuff going on, and we were probably very good that day in my eyes, but we don't get the win. And that's why it's important to pick the wins up and get the wins when you can, and even if you don't play the best. And I said to the lads, the game's not going to be pretty, don't expect that. Expect it to be horrible, expect it to be direct, expect it to be second balls. But let's fight for everything and see if we can get 3 points.
A couple of players not here that we just need to mention. We did talk before about this, but Eric, the good news is on his front is that he's now available. He's got the international clearance.
Yep, he's available for selection. He's been training with us, so he's good to go. Yeah.
And Saxon, just tell us a bit about his recruitment. You kind of hinted last week you wanted one more. I guess he gives you a bit of cover. He's quite a flexible player.
Yeah, you know, like he can play left wing back, he can play left side, he can play left back. He's a great athlete, he's a great character. He's coming back from a long-term injury, but he's been pre-season, so he's not undercooked so much. He's playing, you know, as you know, he's been at Plymouth, so he gives us a little bit of cover if we lose. I like the balance of the left foot, and if it pops up, I said, you know, we'd do it, and it'd pop up nicely. Obviously, we tracked him for a while, and it came up, so it's another good one that we can add to the squad. And in the end, we're going to need the squad. Like you've seen today, Pordy gets sent off. We're going to need the squad, and you know, when you can bring in the next one that's the same level or can competing, it's quite exciting.
Michael, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's Marcus Skubala joining us here.
Mike, you obviously mentioned this is the ground of your first game as Lincoln Post. 9 months on, does this feel more like your Lincoln team?
Yes, but it's a new team, so yes, because we've got 13 changes, so it's a principle, yes. Probably not the game today, but it definitely feels more like the team we want to be. But there are changes, so we're still growing as well, but it's really important to get the win and grow at the same time.
And I thought in the first half, Tom Bayliss and Jack Moylan were perhaps quite stifled by their physicality. What changed in the second half to get them on the ball?
No, I think they had to do the work, which is horrible in the first half against the wind and landing on second balls, and it's not natural to those two. They want to get on the ball, so in the end the game's going over the head and back to front, so it's really difficult. In the second half we probably got more territory, so we could play in their half a little bit more and we could make them defend their goal, and then we just wore them down and managed to get a penalty, which is great, and Jack Moylan slots it away.